The answer to that would be that I would say the chances of war are not very great. But whether that's wishful thinking or not, I really wouldn't like to say. Against Hong Kong, I should say at this juncture, no.
Williams, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen. The expansion and transformation of Kai Tak Airport and its bustling activity provide conclusive evidence in support of the continuing importance of Hong Kong's position on the commercial routes of the world. Many states and cities in history have owed their existence and have sustained themselves in prosperity for a time because they have stood at the intersection of trade routes. In ancient days, when land transport was all important, caravan empires, such for instance as Petra, came into being, handling the myrrh and incense of the Hadramot, the wares from the land of the Queen of Sheba, and the luxuries sought by King Solomon.
Good evening. Before I leave with my family on my trip to England, I thought you might like me to speak to you directly once again about recent events and about the present position here in Hong Kong. Well, first of all, as you all know, until last night, things for the last fortnight or so have been pretty quiet again in the city generally. There were occasional incidents in that period, but generally speaking, the whole situation had greatly stabilized. In fact, I could really have followed my original intention, which I announced some months ago before all this happened, and started my trip last Friday week. However, I thought you would want me to stay on for a little longer at that time, and so I asked the Commonwealth Secretary to let me put off my departure for a week or so.
Murray MacLEHOSE, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors, according to law, so help me God.
Well, sorry to go. Bless you all.
When will you come back for a visit?
As soon as I can.
Sir Philip, Sir Yun, I'm very grateful for the kind words and for the warm welcome which has been extended to us both. I have just taken the oaths of office as Governor and Commander-in-Chief. I am proud and honoured to have been appointed to this position. I recognise the heavy responsibility for the good government and the well-being of the people of Hong Kong which this office bears, and I pledge that I will do my utmost to fulfil it. Hong Kong has much of which it can be proud. In a highly competitive world, the enterprise of its manufacturers and businessmen and the skills and applications of its workforce have brought it prosperity and success.
That's one of those many well-known Chinese phrases which I don't think I've ever managed to find in the original Chinese. I've always wondered where it came from, so perhaps if one of your listeners would find the original quotation in Chinese, I'd like to see it.
It's very big in pulp novels.
Yes, I know, it always appears, but like so many of those, I think I'm not sure if it has a real Chinese origin. But you're quite right, I mean, they have been genuinely interesting times, and there have been quite a few crises. I've always found with Hong Kong that Hong Kong is like that. It lives at a more rapid pace, probably than anywhere else in the world. I mean, things blow up extremely quickly. They have to be dealt with very fast. You see the results almost instantly, almost the next day, and you know whether you've got something right or you've got it wrong. And we get over those things very quickly. Oh, no, I'm not sure about that. I mean, of course, some issues are ones which go on for a long period of time. Some, once the thing has been dealt with, decisions have been taken. Hong Kong is an extraordinary community, I find, for accepting that is the reality, like it or not, but that's the reality, and that's one of the great assets of Hong Kong.
But some
Your Royal Highness, Prime Minister, distinguished guests, people of Hong Kong. For Hong Kong as a whole, today is cause for celebration, not sorrow. But here and there, perhaps there will be a touch of personal sadness, as is true of any departure, a point to which I shall return. History is not just a matter of dates. What makes history is what comes before and what comes after